corruption investigations, mass protests,
Alright, let's play some Dragon City.
We examine the recent years of crisis, talking to some of the key players involved as a new controversial president takes power. What happened to Brazil continues Friday at 9:30 on the BBC News Channel.
And the Beta Show with BBC News, our top story. The British government narrowly survives a vote of no confidence just 24 hours after its Brexit deal was rejected. Theresa May has now begun talks with leaders of other parties to try to find a new deal which could win a majority in the House of Commons. The opposition leader, Jeremy Corbyn, has not accepted her invitation to Downing Street. He wants a no-deal Brexit to be ruled out. 4 members of the US military in Syria have been killed in an attack carried out by so-called Islamic State. And this story is trending online. Amid all the Brexit shenanigans, this animal was spotted brazenly wandering up to the Prime Minister's front door in Downing Street. It is an urban fox. A bit of a problem here in the capital, but they're not really known for trying to take over number 10.
Just showing you my progress so far on this.
And on top story for you here in the UK, the husband of the jailed British Iranian woman Nazneen Zaghari-Ratcliffe says she's ended her 3-day hunger strike after the Iranian government granted her access to specialist medical treatment. More for me later, but first, here's Rico.
There we go. Right, so 25. That's still got 16 minutes.
Hitachi's nuclear options, the Japanese conglomerate, is today expected to decide the fate of its $25 billion UK reactor project. Brexit, what's next? As Theresa May survives another confidence vote after yesterday's crushing defeat, what does the future hold for the UK economy? Good morning, Asia. Hello, world. Glad you could join us for another exciting edition of Asia Business Report. I'm Rico Hizon. We start off with Hitachi, and the Japanese conglomerate is expected to decide the fate of its nuclear power facility. This one, a gigantic $25 billion project, but it's expected to hold a board meeting later this Thursday. Well, media reports emerged last week that the Japanese firm may suspend the project. Hitachi has told the BBC that no decision has been made as of yet, but the timing is making investors wonder whether it has anything to do with the UK's decision to leave the EU. The company's chief executive officer was very much against Brexit before the referendum.
That's right, isn't it? Hitachi has been investing in the UK's infrastructure and nuclear industries because the UK is part of the EU. So I oppose Brexit.
And it was Toshiaki Higashihara, the chief executive of Hitachi, speaking to the BBC in 2016. And the company must also make a decision before the 1st of February when it is scheduled to report its earnings. Energy expert Tetsunari Iida told me why he thinks Hitachi will cancel the project.
If they stay to keep the project, it's a more deficit will come. So it's a time to cancel for Hitachi.
But does Brexit have to do anything with this decision to scrap the project?
It's not sure. It could be, but it's also if this is that UK stay in EU, it's also the another trouble with the EU competition rule. So it's a both side, I guess.
So it's a double-edged sword, the sun. So will Hitachi recover some of the financial losses if they do cancel?
Alright, we're gonna do a fight with
Short term, it's a very difficult.
my dragons.
Almost impossible to recover that directly, but they are assuming to recover the loss from the Japanese domestic nuclear restarting.
And it was my earlier conversation with the energy expert.
By the way, guys, download Dragon City. It's so addicting. Not sponsored, by the way.
Bid to remove the government from power. That came just a day after Theresa May's Brexit deal was defeated in a landslide parliamentary vote. She's now invited leaders of all parties to discuss the way ahead for Britain's exit from the EU. International relations expert Parag Khanna gave me his view But what's next for the British economy?
By the way, if you're wondering what I'm using to do my screen recording right now, the recorder. Go download it. It is great. It's good if you wanna like do mobile games, or if you wanna put some clips off your mobile onto your YouTube channel or wherever you want to share it to. So yeah, great.
All options are on the table.
Indeed, all options are on the table, and all options are as well are on the
Oh
table.
no, he's killed me.
Asian businesses that have exposure in the UK and in the European Union.
I don't like this word.
What we're seeing out of the UK itself is that firms are hedging their bets. British firms themselves are saying that they are going to shift certain operations to be within the European Union, within the Eurozone area for financial activities and trading and so forth. Of course, foreign investors are going to do that as well. Now, there are areas where the UK will present a buying opportunity as a result of this, right? Whether it's
Gold.
real estate and so forth.
Sea Dragon. I'm gonna make another Sea Dragon.
Package about the nuclear project shows there's going to be a lot of caution. People will be measuring the UK market for its own size and limiting their activities to what the extent that the UK
I'm level 6.
versus no longer potentially using it as the access point for the entire European Union.
So big decisions have to be made, and several multinational companies here in Asia are saying that a no deal will mean more expensive products in the UK.
That for sure, because we know that in terms of the uncertainty around customs and borders and prices and supply chain hiccups and so forth, that is going to raise costs for British consumers. There's absolutely no question about it. We've already seen it starting.
It's ready to hatch. And we get a Sea Dragon. Yay.
Start to come into the UK indirectly via the EU rather than directly the UK. That's going to go further.
What about capital expenditures that Asian businesses are planning for in 2019 and 2020? Are they reallocating it?
I need another breeding arena so that it can happen twice at the same time. So I'm gonna go into the shop, buildings.
So they will, in any case, and have been doing less and less incrementally in the West. They're focusing more on the Asian markets themselves, without a doubt.
Aww.
In other business news, the U.S. is reportedly investigating Huawei for stealing trade secrets from American business partners. It is the latest move against the Chinese technology giant as the Trump administration basically pressures Beijing to take action or face additional trade tariffs. Apple will reportedly cut back on hiring for some divisions after selling fewer iPhones than expected and missing its revenue forecast for the holiday quarter. According to news agencies, the chief executive, Tim Cook, made the disclosure to employees early this month in a meeting the day after he sent a letter to investors about the company's recent struggles, particularly in China. We'll stay with China. The government has promised new measures to help car makers after the country's first fall in demand in 20 years. But there are worries over how the trade war with the United States and the country's efforts to rein in debt are taking a toll on the economy. Car makers are a key industry that the government wants to support. Our Shanghai correspondent Robin Brand sent this report from the world's biggest market for vehicles.
And it's the president's car. I mean, does that help or not help? The people, your customers know that? If you're selling Cadillacs in China, it helps that America's president is driven round in one. Zhao He told me his customers know that. They like the prestige and the quality. The price is good too. So last year was a bad year for his car dealerships.
The more we sell, the more we lose.
Zhao's family business had 11 dealerships like this, but in 2018 they closed 5. Nationally, it's been a very hard year for auto. Just over 22 million new cars were sold in China last year. But that is a near 6% drop on the previous year, the first fall in 2 decades.
In 2018, the government cancelled the tax subsidy on car purchases, which was a shock to us. Last year, China's automobile industry started to enter a slowing down phase.
In a tiny hair salon in the heart of Shanghai, confidence going into 2019 is nothing to smile about. The government clamped down on credit last year, Retail sales have slowed to a pace not seen for over a decade. This barber shop is at the bottom end of what you might describe as China's domestic consumption model, which is going to be here for a while. But no matter how you judge it, demand for haircuts, demand for new cars, demand for premium branded clothes, 2019 here is not looking good.
Wow, I took everyone out with my bunny.
You are worried about things like mounting healthcare costs, and they're traditionally still big savers as well.
I think some guy dealers will sales, so they need such consumers who love to pay.
Changing economy. Demand may have tanked, but there are still plenty cars on the streets.
Sarah,
Next door, a boutique
it's
shop
very
for those
cool.
high-end buyers.
Up more than 2 billion views, the song's creator, Smart Study, said this week that it plans to capitalize on the success by expanding its kid-oriented entertainment business. I want to learn the dance. All right, let's have a quick look now at the market. As you can see, Asia is in positive territory across the board. The Nikkei up by 72 points. Hang Seng and Australia all gaining due to Wall Street's major indices hitting a one-month high after strong earnings from Bank of America and Goldman Sachs. Thank you so much for investing your time with us. I'm Rico. He's on. Bye for now.
You're watching BBC News. Reminder of the headlines this hour. The British Prime Minister has narrowly survived a vote of no confidence in her government. Theresa May has begun consulting other party leaders over a new Brexit plan. 4 members of the US military presence in Syria have been killed in an attack carried out by so-called Islamic State. A jury at the Old Bailey has been told that the pilot whose plane crashed at the Seoul Air Show in 2015, killing 11 people, had a cavalier attitude to safety and played fast and loose with the rules. Andrew Hill lost control of the vintage fighter aircraft, which came down exploding in a fireball on the A27 dual carriageway. He denies 11 counts of manslaughter by gross negligence. Here's our Home Affairs correspondent, Tom Simons.
It happened on a beautiful summer's day. A high-performance vintage jet fighter